This is Doug. I'm here for Wall Street Media. We have super special guest German Mike, the return of German Mike, coming soon. He's very thin. I'm going to turn the chair sideways, and you're going to be able to see him soon.
I'm coming. Okay, here we are.
Okay, let me turn the chair. German Mike.
No special effects here today. Nobody is really handling the cameras at the moment.
It's just us. We're hanging out shooting the breeze. Look at this. They're filing, Verizon's filing to offer the TV in New York City.
Yeah, we were just talking about the Verizon Time Warner.
Oh, won't that be
dilemma.
Just awesome?
Can I
tell you something?
I would like to switch over. I mean, they're offering 20 megs up and download.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Oh, can you imagine? Yeah. I could for me, just having an internet connection I didn't have to plug and replug would be like
a big step up for you already.
Yeah. I have to do that on an average weekend if I'm at home, right? I have to do that, say, 5 or 10 times in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, I can't really complain. I have a fixed IP.
Yeah, but you share with 3 people.
Yeah. That's
okay.
True.
You're unique case.
Mm-hmm.
For the rest of us that live amongst human beings. You know?
I don't live amongst human beings. I live in Little Italy.
I know, but you live in a very private building. You're very fancy. You know.
All right. What else is happening? I showed you the article about Yahoo, right?
Yeah.
They're playing hardball. Microsoft is not too happy, and it seems like
they're not playing. You know what they are? You know what they remind me of? Are little brats or little.
Oh,
sissies.
You think so? So it's not like they're waiting it out and we're waiting for better offers.
They're trying to merge with AOL. They have Google going to serve their ads for 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, you were dismal failures, right, for forever. You're going to be an entertainment company. Remember they bought and built all the stuff up in Hollywood, and they were going to make their own studios and everything else.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know about that.
Big dismal. Hi, how you doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, that didn't pan out. Lost money. Got a great name. I look at Yahoo News for my news. I looked at Yahoo Finance all the time until they changed their portfolio, and it's the worst ever, right?
Yeah.
And then
the layout changed. Everything else in the portfolio is the same, right?
It's but I can't look at the quotes. They're too small, and it's left justified, right? It's horrible, right? Please go back, because I loved your portfolio for like 10 years now. I've been using Yahoo portfolio. Mm-hmm. Now it's horrible. And they have Tech Ticker with Henry Blodgett on.
That I really don't understand. And they're really pushing it. You see it on every site. New, Tech Ticker.
But no stripes. He should have stripes on, you know, or like at least like inmate number, you know what I mean? And do the intro. That would be cool if he just admitted he was like a crook, you know?
Well, he wasn't really in jail or anything.
He should have been.
Okay.
If you or I did it, we would have been. Okay? That's the Doug test, amongst others. What else? I had an article today from Dow Jones. We got to call Rupert.
You know, the microphone is not over there. If you're talking in this direction, nobody will actually really hear you.
Can't you do like hand signals?
No, but I can translate.
Okay. Guten Blieben Glaubenlob. Here's some idiot. He's a chief economist, which, as we all know, economists are worthless. They know nothing. If they knew anything, they wouldn't also be a professor of economics.
Hackling. Let's keep it on a neutral level.
What's
what is he saying?
Well, that's what he says. Nothing.
Okay.
He says nothing. Anyone who thinks the U.S. economy will stop sliding and start climbing as early as the second half of this year is ignoring that 70% of the economy is in deep trouble. Don't be fooled by the rise in retail sales last month. When retail sales went up, that went against all the liberal theories, and they actually went up when they were telling you they weren't going to.
Does he say why? I mean, there must be a reason why you shouldn't be fooled. He doesn't.
Any consumer will tell you, prices of consumer goods have been soaring. The savings rate has been hovering around 0 for the past 3 years. Their homes can no longer be used as ATM machines. He didn't say very much.
Well, that's not new, so.
Yeah. Healthcare insurance companies are asking patients to pay more for important medications. Oh, here you go. If this were not enough to worry about, this question whether people will be able to hold on to their jobs. Employment hit the skid since the end of last year. Now, this is from today, people. So this economist, what's he say? let me just get the quote right, so I wouldn't want to misquote an economist. Employment has hit the skid since the end of last year and is now barely above year-ago level. Now, he forgot to mention that it went down 53,000. Now, I want you all to write this number down, 53,000. Because if it goes up 19,000 next week, which is much smaller than 53,000, right?
Still,
you're going to hear unemployment soars, unemployment rockets, right? But when it goes down 53,000,
nobody's really talking.
Then
about
everyone's afraid, and their job's going to hit the skids. But nobody talks numbers, you know.
Yeah.
Economist. This is an economist. That was a waste of good paper.
Well, you could say they are just a little afraid that things might swing back, right?
No, they're not afraid. They're trying to cause fear and terror amongst people because economists are dismal failures, don't have a real job, and are liberal losers. Let's see what's happening. Not much is happening. I'm getting killed in Finley's. I'm getting killed in DSW. But Dish is up 1%. Getting killed in Dell, down 4% in Dell. It's near its low. I'm buying Dell. But AMD, Justin in Minnesota told me AMD and Intel, I'm down 3% and 1% on them.
Wow.
Justin and I are sending checks back and forth to each other last week. He had me $16 and it was up.
Justin had some great picks. I mean,
let me tell you something.
Following them and they were up 30%.
Justin, if you don't know, we have the Weisenheimers, one of our followers. He's got 9 out of 10. His stocks are winners. Justin is like 10 out of 10. His stock picks are winners. And last week he told me, think about maybe Best Buy or Circuit City. He said Circuit City definitely thought was undervalued and everything. And now today Best Buy announced they're going to buy them for $6 to $8 a share. And it's kind of funny, right? Because I couldn't really figure out the reason or the justification for it, right? But it doesn't really matter. If you listened and you bought when Justin said they were undervalued last week, you made 29%. But then it was funny because the early morning news on this today, right, was Circuit City said, well, Blockbuster couldn't come up with the money, so they wouldn't show them their books. Well, I thought, boy, that's kind of a shabby thing to do, right? Maybe we'll offer to buy them, if we can't afford it. And then the Wall Street Journal, God bless their little investigative reporter hearts, had a story this afternoon. Gary McWilliams, Marissa Marr, came and said, Carl Icahn, a fellow maybe some of you on Wall Street have heard of, billionaire, owns 16% of Blockbuster's Class A shares, and he's agreed to buy them, or back them in this offering.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
16% is quite a stake.
Yeah, but he said he'll back them, and he'll put up the capital to cover it if needed, right? Let me tell you, Carl Icahn could write a check, okay? And won't even have, he's got that sitting in his checking account. He could probably use the ATM card. And so, turns out Circuit City's a little disingenuous on we're not sure if they have the funding to buy us. And what are you going to say now, guys?
But despite that, I mean, we talked about this earlier. I still don't really see the connection between Circuit City and Blockbuster. I mean, yes, you can use the stores as locations to drop off and pick up the movies.
Yeah, I don't either.
Besides that, I don't really know.
I don't either.
Seems like a strange move to me.
You know what? I hate to say it, but it sounded kind of like a desperation move. Where they're just trying to come up with something, and this will give them a couple more years to say, well, we're working on this,
I mean, it seems like Netflix got ahead of the game there.
Yeah, you and Tyler like that.
Blockbuster just didn't offer the whole mail-in movies for a long time.
And now they do, and they have the stores.
Yeah.
I walked out of Blockbuster the last time I was in there. I told you that earlier, They had 96 people working there, and they were taking one customer about every 4 or 5 minutes, and I had like 30 people in front of me, and I thought, I'm buying a DVD I don't really care about. It's 2 hours, and it's going to take me 2 hours at this present math, right? I don't want it 2 hours. I don't want a 2-hour movie.
But now Blockbuster is obviously offering the same thing Netflix does and has the stores to drop off movies. I mean, that's a definite advantage toward Netflix.
I don't really know. I mean, that's a true one, but I don't know about Circuit City. I mean,
I don't.
When I go and Mike, it's such a pleasure to have you on because you talk about things and it's great, right? I don't want. When we only know Manhattan, right? We're in the city, and so things might be different out in the real world.
Exactly.
But
That's always my
for me,
thinking.
When I go into Circuit City, it's horrible. It's horrible. I know that if I need a pack of batteries, it's going to take me half an hour. No one's going to know where they are. There's going to be a sign that says batteries. They're not going to have any. They're not going to have my size. Nothing's in stock, right? And then when I go to the checkout line, it's half an hour. Right.
But that's how I feel whenever I want to buy batteries. If I go to Dwayne Reed, I have the same thing.
Whatever. If I wanted to go buy anything at Circuit City, if I wanted to buy DVDs or
that's true. I mean,
whatever.
If you compare Best Buy and Circuit City, my favorite is definitely Best Buy because I get like customer service, real customer service.
I'm not going to go
City,
wait in Circuit City for half an hour to rent a movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
Now, maybe their service is better in the suburbs. You know. If you live in the suburbs and you're one of the 3 people watching the show, please click the feedback button, you know,
and maybe that service will even improve with the merger. Who knows? I just don't see it.
Yeah,
so
but you know what? Justin, super great Justin, was right. You made 29%. Oh, my God, Justin, we're going to start a church for
He told us last week to buy Washington Mutual as well. And it was after
hours. 29%. You know, Justin, write in. Tell us we need more money. If you guys have any good picks, click the feedback button, write in, tell us.
Should we cut this here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're here every day at Wall Street Media. You can find us directly at wsmco.com. And any closing remarks while I run over and stop the encoders?
Super great having German Mike on for all of you who've been clamoring.
You're welcome.
Yeah, awesome.